Today in our grade 4 science and technology lesson, we want to look at safety precautions when using fuels. Safety precautions when using fuels. We remember last time we have been talking about fuels, how helpful they are and how hazardous they are, meaning they are dangerous. Now, as much as we want them, as much as they are helpful to us, we should have a way of taking care of them so that they are not a danger, so that they are not hazardous. I said the term hazardous means danger, dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yes, for instance, we talked about lighting a matchstick when people are moving in the bush and then they strike a matchstick and light their cigarettes. They just throw it away like that. That can cause veld fire, which would be hazardous, which would be a danger. So we want to look at those precautions. How can we stop those veld burnings? We also talked about a hat. We can see this. This one is a hazard. A hazard. Yes, it is because of fire. We talked about leaving petrol, diesel on the floor. This is a hazard. Mom cooking and leaving the pot on the way of young ones. You know that young ones are the ones who don't know how to hold these fuels or whatever, the containers. So if mom is cooking and the pot is very hot and she leaves the hand on the way where young ones can touch and then they can make that pot fall, it becomes hazardous. So how can we have safety precautions? How to be safe? We talked about fuels like petrol, diesel, or gas. Those are fuels. Fuels should be kept in cool places where temperatures are kept very low. Because if you put petrol or diesel in a place where it is very hot, that heat is going to burst and it's going to heat. Even if the fuel is in a jerry can like this one, it can heat up the place and this can explode and burn. Say it is in the house is going to catch fire. So fuel should be kept in cool, even dry places where temperatures are very, very low. All right.
Teacher, Marvin has muted himself.
Right, again, fuels should be kept out of reach of children. Because as I said, look at this. Right, this bottle is for Mirinda. And everybody expects to find Mirinda juice here. And the juice should be drunk. But then if instead of water or juice here, paraffin or diesel is put, the child will find this on top of the table. The child will just open because the child sees that it is written Mirinda. The child is going to drink. That child could even die because it is a hazard. It is danger. So if petrol, diesel, or paraffin is put in a Mirinda bottle, let it be put far away from the reach of children. Okay, that is another safety precaution. We want to be safe. So we have to take measures so that no hazard can happen. As it is, I put water inside and I can drink it. I know that is water. But if paraffin was here, even yourself, if you didn't know you are thirsty, you didn't know that this was paraffin, it just looks like water, you will drink. So we are taking safety precautions when we use those fuels. Children should not be allowed to tamper with the gas stoves and fuel containers. Where there are children, your moms, even you can help them not to put those fuels, gas stoves, to leave them where children can just crawl. Let's just switch it on because they don't know what they are doing. Now the gas will be all over the room or the house. Now when just a match, somebody strikes a match, the whole room will catch fire. That will be hazardous. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, we've got fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers. They are those metal containers which contain the gas or water which is used when the houses, especially big buildings, get fire. They use fire extinguishers. So fire extinguishers should be found in homes. There should be fire extinguishers. At your home, there should be fire extinguishers. At schools, in the cars, and in industries, so as to help people put out fire. So check at your home. If there are no fire extinguishers, please ask your parents that we should have fire extinguishers, because at any time the room may catch fire, and then we need the fire extinguishers to put out the fire. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Also, they should be checked on the expiry date, because after a certain period, they will not work. Even in cars, in my car, I have got a small fire extinguisher, so that when my car can catch fire, I run, get the fire extinguisher, open it, fire. That is a precaution to get rid of the hazardous fuels. Because as much as we are saying the petrol, use it, it makes the car engine go, you don't have problems. But if it catches fire, it is there where it lights. You have to use a fire extinguisher. So every car should have fire extinguisher. Every home should have fire extinguisher. Every institution, at school, there should be fire extinguishers. At industrial sites, at church, wherever there are people, especially where people are gathered, there should be fire extinguishers. Right. Again, when there is an electrical appliance that is at home, make sure that you read the instructions very carefully. Follow the instructions very, very careful, so that those won't be hazardous. If there is a how to switch on the electric bulb, how to put it on, there are instructions written there. So you should read them carefully and do exactly what the instructions are asking you to do. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now let's go back to our fuels. We said for fuels to burn, what should be present? For fuels to burn, there are special two things that should be present. Uriel, one,
Heat.
heat, because it cannot burn without the heat. Very good. Another one, boy two,
Oxygen.
oxygen. Very good. Oxygen and heat. Those are things that should be present when fuels yes to burn. We must take note of that. We mustn't forget that. Right. If fuels are stored in a very hot place, what can happen? Hot place, Nina, what is going to happen?
Yes, ma'am. They are going to bed.
Yes, yes. There will be a fire outbreak. Boom. And then you will see fire. There will be a fire outbreak. So that is why we are saying always make sure that fuels are put in cold places where temperatures are very, very low. As you may see, when it is very hot, make sure no fuel is put in such a room where temperatures are high. They are going to explode and cause the fire outbreak. What is a fire extinguisher used for? Fire extinguisher, we talked about.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Poitumelo?
A fire extinguisher is used for putting out fire.
Yes, it is used for putting out fire. If there is a room or wherever, even in a car, wherever there is fire, there should be a fire extinguisher which is going to be used. And then it's opened, you are trained how to use it. You use it to put out fire.
Fire.
That is the use of a fire extinguisher. Right. List the two things you can do to make sure you avoid fire outbreak from occurring. We say to take precautions. What should you do? Yes, Tawana?
You should not leave the gas stove up lit.
You should not leave it lit. What if you are using it? You have to light it, isn't it? What precaution?
Do not leave the stove on. Do not leave the pot handle where the small children can hold.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep out away from the reach of young children. That is precaution. Let the young children not have access of the hungry. Also, the drinks. Don't put the fuels like petrol, like paraffin in juice bottles, because and leave it within the reach of children. Put all fuels out of the reach of children. Another one, what precaution? What other precaution? Poitumelo?
Yes, ma'am.
Do not light a match when the gas is burning.
Wendy?
Gas is lit.
When it is leaking. Tawana?
Do not leave fuel in a place which is very hot because the fuel can burn and the container can burst.
Yes, yes. High temperatures. Don't leave fuel like petrol in high temperatures because that container is going to burst. Another one, Uriel, very good. Melvin?
Yes, to be kept away from rich children.
Yes, away from the reach of children. What about those who smoke? Yes, Brave? Brave. We must,
Not throw the cigarette when you have finished smoking.
yes. What they should do, isn't it? They light their cigarettes. After smoking their cigarette, they should put away that fire, which is in the cigarette, and throw it away without the fire. Because they light their cigarettes and then they must not throw it with still burning. I have seen others even putting it on the floor and then stepping it like that so that the fire goes out. Very good. Very good. Now, I hope we are done today in our safety precautions, and also as we are nearing the end of 6 weeks, we are going to write our end of 6 test as we always do. So please, let's revise whatever we have done so that when the test comes, we are going to pass. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Please try to use this new system for sending your work. It's very easy. You'll find that you will see your work clearly. Nina has seen hers. If you have got problems, please ask her. She's going to assist you. Assist you. Right? So now, bye. Now we are going.
Bye.
Yes, now it's grade 3. We are going. We are not logging in again. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.